town. There is nothing else going on across the country.
Okay, testing 1, 2, 3.
Dominating the weather maps right
Let's
now.
see if I can explain what I'm talking about with Slickr Flickrs. Here's my mouse pointer hovering around the mag's hats. Going down here to SlickR FlickR. Let's click on that and see what happens. I like to open the link in a new tab, so I click or right click and then open in a new tab. Up here to the top, you can see it opened in a new tab. To the left is the South Hawaiian by Shane 7377 tab. This is the South SlickR Flickrs. I made it to the page without messing up. Okay, now I'm going to take my mouse. I use a trackpad, which is different than a mouse. But you can see the cursor is the same, the arrow. I'm over here to the right, and I'm just going to scroll down. I just put another SlickR FlickR in there. Each one of those photos right there, you might think that it's only one photo, but it's not. It's a bunch. For example, I wrote here, this album has 85 photos in it. What I do is I embed my photos from Flickr. You can see my mouse pointer. I have a Flickr tab open. I embed those to my WordPress account because the web space is effective. But they kind of cooperate with each other, so it's good. Now if I take my pointer and take it to the center of that first photo, kind of move around a little bit. Hey, what's going on? Why won't that happen? I click, and all this stuff opens up. You get a cursor here. That's cool. So that cursor, you can hit the arrow buttons on your keypad. Well, no, you can't. Yes, you can. Just started happening. You can start clicking through photos. If you have a lot of memory in your computer, you can just lay down on that damn thing and go through them as fast as you can see. There's Steve. Steve just got married.
Are still above freezing, so it's going to be falling as rain in places like Nashville, even Atlanta. But then as we get into Sunday morning, that's when those temperatures start to fall.
Slow, or as fast as you want.
On that eastern side of the Appalachians, and so with that,
and then when you get to the end, it'll stop, and you can use the back cursor or the left arrow on your keypad. Start clicking on it, or you can click on your oh shit. As soon as I say something, I mess up.
So you're going to have some melting. Hopefully the roadways, they're still warm right now.
You can click on there. There it goes.
So we'll have to see how that plays out for Sunday. Actually, Monday may be your better chance.
I'm clicking now on the.
Some areas as temperatures
if you had a mouse,
teens and 20s. As we go through the rest of the day on
Sunday, you'd be clicking on the left part of the mouse. I'm using the trackpad. Now I'm clicking on the left part of the trackpad. There's always exceptions. Everything will screw up, you know, especially when you're trying to tell somebody something. As fast as I can click on that trackpad, it's going to go. Alright, now what's all this up here?
It could be likely that you could see power outages just
due to the sheer Flickr page. If I click on this, I might as well go there and see what happens. Open link a new page. That takes you to the home page in Flickr, and you might have to sign in. I'm already signed in. So let's go back to this tab and see what happens again. I'm going to X out of that home page. Just for the hell of it, I'm going to X out of this next tab up at the top.
It's going to be the dangerous ice that's on tab mark.
Yeah, you know, you
go back down,
and I think
so I can show you. I can show you from any one of those links, but I'm going to show you from the bottom one here. Oh shit! Okay, here we go. We're back. We're back. We're back.
Winds at 15 miles per hour, not really gusting
Okay.
yet, but that's to be expected as our upper level low
Hello.
still hang back.
Say we're back in
But
WordPress.
through the night into tomorrow,
And
these
instead of
winds are really
clicking
gonna
on
start
each
streaming.
one of these
What we're
things,
looking at here is both the traditional radar, but the lines
you
on this map are
accidentally
lines of equal pressure.
go up here
Wind moves because of what's known as
and
the
your
pressure
mouse
gradient
lands
force,
on
the difference
the
in
album
pressure in a
Sells
certain
Slickr
distance.
Flickr
To the
by
north, we have
Shane
our high
Splying
pressure
Disc
zone.
Show.
That's forcing the cold air
That should take you
down
to the
towards
album that I
the ice
created
setup
here.
area of the southeast. At the same
But it's going to
time,
be on
this is our
Flickr.
intensifying low pressure area. Those are actually working together. They're squeezing those lines together. The
Which
lines of equal pressure will get
is the
closer
same
and closer
bunch of
together.
pictures. They're
Lots
just
of
arranged
wind in
differently,
this
and they're
area
on a
because of
different
that.
website.
But also, we've got this. All this snow
And
is
then you
from
can take each one of
mid-level
those
storm, if
photos.
you will. The upper level low is going to be
You
crashing
can
into
click
the
on them,
same
and they use the same
area,
system.
bringing
You use
the
those
winds that were
arrows, so you can go through
down
them
to the surface. And so those
as
will work
fast or
together
slow
to
as
give
you want.
a fairly intense wind event
Right now
here
I'm laying down
across
on
the
the
south
cursor.
over the next several hours. So
Right
let's
now,
look at what's happening right
clicking,
now with that upper level
clicking
low
slowly
behind it. Look at some
on
of these
the
winds. This
cursor.
is not in the precip at this point, right? Oklahoma City gusting to 26, Dallas gusting to 33. Ahead of this,
It's
where
pretty
the cold air is
complicated.
trying to squeeze on in, we're seeing 12 to 15 mile per hour winds, but Montgomery gusting to over 25.
But it's worth trying if you like to look at the pictures. Now, for example, you might look at this picture of Amy and her daughter and think, hey, that's cool, and then move on by it. But if you take your mouse and you hover over it, that stuff opens up again.
Where we have wind gusts that could be 50 to
And
60
I might
miles
have
per
dozens
hour.
of photos
And
in
then
there
they
that you've been
trail off
missing.
from there as we go through the rest of our Sunday. So this is a significant
I'll try a couple
threat.
more
We
just to
could have
see
tree problems, power
if they
problems,
work.
even
There
without
was a
significant
time
snow
when
in the
Flickr
Atlanta area, Holly.
Yeah, Mark, that's a really good
and
graphic to show
WordPress
because Atlanta may not be dealing
didn't
with much in the way
cooperate.
of wintry weather very early in the morning, but the winds are something you're going to have to contend with
Now,
as we go through the early part of your Sunday. Now, as Mark also mentioned earlier, we were
I
watching
get in
Florida,
trouble
parts of the
sometimes
Gulf Coast,
for not
catching
putting the
some of
names
these strong winds
on
as well as even the
everything.
potential
And it's
of
really
some
difficult
severe
to do.
storms. One of those places,
But I
Panama
bet
City
you
Beach, 58 degrees
98% of
right
my
now,
stuff
dark across the area,
has a
but we're
name on
watching
it.
some
If you
lightning
look
strikes
down here
moving
at
in
the bottom
as we have
left,
some
you can
thunderstorms
tell
that would be kicking
who
up
this
high
is.
surf advisories and warnings.
This
So
is
again,
Ann.
choppy surf, rip currents are going to be a problem, as well as the potential
Not
even
even,
severe
you know, I had
storms
3 people
for
here.
the
I had
panhandle of
myself,
Florida, getting into
Bill
the Big Bend
Scott,
and
and
the major
Scott.
coast. So here's the current radar. Of course, we're talking so much about
Kathy
the cold
Hunter.
side of Izzy. We got to talk about this warmer side, where we could see a chance for some severe storms in and around
Now,
the
this is
Sunshine
something I
State.
don't
So
like, and I
here's this
know you
line
guys
largely
don't
up
like it.
color right now,
Courtney
some
will
lightning strikes
understand.
showing up on the radar right now. Certainly
Flickr
something that we're going
squeezes
to be
these
watching,
damn
especially
photos.
as we go through the overnight time frame. We could
And
see a chance
of
for
course,
some
girls don't
severe
like
storms
that.
around
And if you
Panama
want to
City,
see what it really
Apalachicola,
looks
as
like,
well
you
as
go up
moving
here to
from Cedar
Flickr
Key
and you
down through
go to
Tampa.
the album.
That could be some high
I like
wind
to
gusts,
right
60
click and
miles an
click
hour,
open
or
a new
even
tab.
some isolated tornadoes in and around that as
You
we
would
go through the
scroll
overnight
down.
time frame. Here's a look at the future radar. There's that line of storms as we roll through parts of Apalachicola and Tallahassee. Lots of moisture in the atmosphere. So these
Now, of
guys are
course, for
great
example,
rain
that son of a
producers.
bitch
We
didn't
could
go
see
right
some
to
very heavy rain
the
rolling
proper
into
album.
parts of Florida and then moving across Cedar Key, getting into Jacksonville early Sunday morning.
Maybe
so
it
again,
did.
that could pose some problems on the roadways, along with that threat of high winds and that threat of tornadoes. So Torcon out tonight, a 3 on the scale, 2 and 3 on the scale here out
Nope,
of 10.
I put that
so
in a
again,
different album.
it's not
Why?
extremely high, but it's not 0. Certainly a chance to have some of these quick spin-ups with this line as it rolls through. Now tomorrow, front continues
There it
to move
is.
through, so
Okay.
the other side of Florida here,
That worked
the
that time.
eastern
Sometimes
coast,
it
as well
works
as
and
getting down
sometimes
to
it
southeast
doesn't. And
Florida, has
it's
that
hard
chance
to
for some
explain.
severe storms, so we'll continue to track this line.
It's even hard to show
Really,
you.
decent squall line
But you
there,
just have
moving
to
from
stay at it.
Orlando
Now
all the
that's
way
a
down to
better
Fort
picture.
Myers, and then getting into West Palm Beach as we
And
head
I
into
won't get in
about
trouble
Sunday
with Courtney
afternoon. Gusty
because
winds, heavy rain, chance for a few isolated
WordPress
tornadoes,
squeezed your
certainly
picture.
not out of the question for Florida. So the different side of this winter storm, Mark.
Yeah, and you know, we've been focusing on the southeast for good reason, but we don't want to ignore what's going
I'm clicking
north
on the
This
mouse
will
track.
turn the
There's
corner in places
James.
like Pittsburgh that'll see snow starting in the early afternoon hours tomorrow, and could get
These
up
are
to 10
young.
inches when all is said and done.
77
Albany
people.
starts Sunday off with sunny skies, but some clouds appear in the afternoon, maybe some snow by the
Julie.
end of the day, and then
So you get the
night
idea.
and your
Use
Monday
that
morning.
cursor. There's
And
not
so we
just
look at
one
Pittsburgh. This is
photo
your Sunday
in every one of
afternoon,
these things.
crucial
There are
time frame here,
dozens.
starting at about dinner
So
hour
don't
or
miss,
so, 6
don't miss
p.m.,
out by
continuing through
scrolling
about
over
3
it.
or 4 a.m.
open that thing,
Moderate to heavy snow that entire
and you can
time.
scroll through all
Not
these
only are the
photos.
snowfall rates going to be impressive, but
I
look at
think
the
it's pretty
winds.
cool.
30 to 40 mile per hour gusts. So we're talking real difficult travel conditions. Snow blowing around, lowering that visibility even a little bit more. This is a significant storm on the way.